All right, welcome back, folks. I don't know what the theme is here. I guess the theme is why it's important to fish with multiple feeder rods. So very exciting. We have our new feeder rod to unpack. White bream, huh? All right, let's unpack our new feeder rod. So the Kama Comfort feeder rod, Kama Comfort telescopic. We are supporting the Kama Comfort series. All right, we're going to put this on 14 gram quiver. You see we now have a option for the first time on quiver, which is 14 gram means it's more sensitive, lighter. So we should be able to see the bites a little better. Came with a 14 hook. I think that's fine. All right, let's do a clip of 20. Let's just see what's biting right now. Out here. Not sure if I cast it far enough there. So, moving from the Sorrento to the Kama Comfort, more importantly, moving from the Fishing Spark to the Lacerti, you will certainly see an increase in power. It's nothing dramatic, but it's there. Okay, so let's see, just for curiosity's sake, what we're catching off the dock. Just as a reminder, to set the numbers up, you're hitting U, and then you can drop them into number slots so that you have 1, 2, 3. Later in the game, you'll also have some things going on in 4 and 5, but never more than 3 fishing lines in the water at a time. We have things like marker rods and other stuff that we sometimes can also use, but only fishing with 3 rods. And then once you've got that programmed, we can just hit 1, 2, or 3 to pick up the corresponding rod. All right, let's see what we're catching here. So I hit number 2 to pick this up. If you hold down shift when you're reeling, you'll reel faster. Especially like this when it's a small fish and they're not fighting at all, you can usually get away with shift reeling. Alright, let's see what's on our new rig here. It's a little bigger. It's a roach. If we took the clip off, we would probably be able to cast a new personal record on that Kama Comfort. Okay. So let's just look at a couple things here. For telescopic, I'm guessing this is just like a slow step up, because right now we have, what was it, this one? Anyway, it's 5.5. What is the walrus? It goes up to 7.4. I have used one of these before. These are at 7, but these are nice telescopic. Red stick goes up to 8 kilos, could be good. 8.6 kilos, does require player level 10. And then this is the one that I have on my main account. I think this is the strongest telescopic rod I've ever used. It's only 8.7 kilos. So there's all these telescopic rods I've never used. The Ultra Telescopic 7 only goes to 2.2 kilos, but it gives you 100% bonus to XP, which is kind of fun. Alright, Genius is giving you bonus to XP as well. The Siberia Trophy, 100% bonus to XP. Something like this, of course, would be really good for those small whitefish spots later in the game. Anything where you're getting a decent amount of trophy for small fish. 9.4 kilo on the Model 2. I like these white rods, the way they look. The Mekta, we're getting up to 10.5 kilos. And then here's Model 1. Model 1 is typically a pretty nice piece of equipment, no matter what type of fishing rod you're talking about. It's just amazing. It goes all the way up. I mean, look at these 10,000 silver Blade Master. Wow. But what's the top level? Like, probably, well, so the Blade Inferno is 25 kilo, but I see a lot of people using these Silverfish Falcon model. It goes up 21.8. All right, and then bolo rods start pretty cheap when we unlock these. I don't know that we'll do anything with bolo rods. We probably won't do anything with spinning, at least for now. Casting, we have this. I do like the Asteria, so that goes up to 7.8. But this one's already at 6, so that's not a huge step. And of course, this is the big jump up to Fortuna Feeder. I do want to try a picker rod. We haven't unlocked picker rods yet because we haven't done enough fishing, but. And then we want to try a carp rod. You have to be at 60%, so there's no way you're going to be level 12 when you hit 60% bottom fishing, right? Like that feels like an impossibility. That's one thing I haven't really thought about with the whole fishing with a carp rod and fishing with a picker rod. Is it's not just the level that the pole that you have to be to buy the equipment or use the equipment. It's how much. Oh, is that a white bream? It's kind of why we were here, was trying to get the white bream. Yeah, we've got a 18 hook. I need to get some nicer 18 hooks. All right. Which one is that already going off? We probably won't make this a long video, just opportunity to get out our feeders for a little bit here. Let's see what we're getting. It's a sleeper. Interesting. Interesting. Did I just... Oh no. Oh good. Thought we were really in trouble there. I mean, how far down the line is Picker Rod? Okay, that's only 40%, so maybe it'd be possible to get to there by level 12. Especially if you did a lot of catching of sub-marker fish that weren't giving you much experience. I guess theoretically you could level up your skills, your fishing skills pretty far if you intentionally were catching undersized fish. Let's see. 16. We'll do one of the nicer 14s. I don't know. This is the one I'm more likely to actually lose the hook on. Put it back at 100-meter depth. I don't know. I'm sitting here. Let's go look at the cafe orders. Let's try to catch one fish here on the float. Then let's go look at the cafe orders, because I'm kind of sitting here thinking, like, I wonder if we can get... Ooh, look at that nice crucian. By the way, that's what we need to do next, is go ahead and get... Is it stuck? There we go. We need to go ahead and get the shovel. We need to get the shovel and the net. Let's see. So the shovel's in here, right? Okay. So we need 38 for the shovel. And we need 27.50 for the net. Probably get the net first. Then we can start focusing on eating and drinking stuff to get energy, and using the shovel to get bait, and using the net to catch big fish. Alright, let's see what this fish is on these feeders right now, and that will help us decide. Okay, so like that's a perch. I can pass on perch. Let's see what this is, and then we'll go check the cafe and maybe go down to a different spot. That might be a bream though. Whale shoot. Let's look. How much time do we have on that bream order? So we could try to fill this one first, but there's just not much time left. And the chances that we get this one, I mean, that's going to depend on it being nighttime, right? I guess it's worth trying, though. I mean, we can also catch all these other fish right here from the dock. Oh, that perch order. That's another thing that kind of adds to it. I mean, we could get really lucky here. I just don't know that I'm going to stay. Not sure if this video is going to last long enough to do all that, but let's just see what comes together. We'll get some fishing in, if nothing else. Alright, I just need to go tell someone in my family something really quick. Hey, love. The pool guys will be working in about 15 minutes here. Alright, let's see what we got on here. Sorry about that. I thought I had my mic muted. You probably heard me talking down the stairs to my family. We got some folks coming out to work on our pool, which we have not opened yet, and it is warm enough to be open, so hopefully they're going to help us with that. But we also had a bunch of storms recently, including nearby tornado. And part of our privacy fence was knocked over, so we're also trying to figure out what we're going to do about that. But that's real life stuff. Let's focus on the fun of RF4 right now. Okay. So what were those last two fish we just caught? Both of them perch? We may fill that perch order. If it doesn't turn to a pretty decent white bream spot during the night, then we'll know not to do this. But there are times that this is a nice white bream spot. Can we set this down like this? Yep. That's pretty cool. And we can still see it? Yeah, it works out good. I don't always feel like there's comfortable room for 3 rods down on this dock, but set up at this angle, it's actually not too bad. Well, if this is a perch, it's probably a marker. It's a nice sleeper. Real nice sleeper. 246 gram. Three out of 5 on the perch. Oh, I just couldn't see it. It was still there. I just didn't see it. This is where we almost want, you know, even a spot like that spot we were at Winding Rivulet, where you just put worms on there and it's like almost immediate bites. Even if the fish aren't markers, a lot of them, but if the bite rate is super high, it could be a pretty nice place, a pretty nice way to level up your skill points in fishing. Another example I would think of would be the little pond at Oldberg. Usually there's such a good bite rate off of that little bridge down there. I'll be glad when we find little places to float fish that don't have like bites that last as long as these do. With these gibbles and crucians and roach and all that. Bounced right off the boat. Bank shot. Okay. So again, we're getting a wide variety of fish here. See if we can close out some of these orders at least. Golly, man, what's the perch size? From 199? I think that's a perch, but is it big enough? Yep, there we go. Alright, so we just need one more perch. How many cafe orders can you fill from this one spot on the map? That's the question we're trying to answer. I think the answer is almost all of them. Now we don't have the equipment to go for a common carp. I don't know if you'd be able to catch common carp here. You might be able to get one if you were able to cast it far enough down this left side. I don't know. There we go. Is that a roach? We do want to start collecting nicer hooks and different hook sizes. We need to be doing that all along the way here for different situations. I think that's going to be another one that's the right size. I'm loving this. It is so nice to have 2 feeders out. And it's also nice to not give in to my instinct to put 3 feeders out and force myself to keep float fishing. Oh, I thought that perch order disappeared. All right, let's get this done. 1560. So what did we get a new order of? Oh, we lost a white bream order and gained a gibble order. 2 gibble orders, but they're only worth 7 total. We just need one more crucian. And we need one more common roach. This is interesting. Some of these fish were more likely, I think, to catch on bread next to the shore than on our feeder out in the middle here. Trying to think, I just don't remember. Let's look on the list. I just don't remember like what else besides worm are we likely to catch white bream on. I mean, we don't have access to red worm. We don't have access to any of this yet. We need to be making tons of bread. White bream on bread. Should we have bread on one of these lines? How long ago was that, though? That feels like something from a million years ago. It wasn't that long ago. Maybe that's something new. Maybe that's why I don't know about it. Alright, next fish, we're going to throw bread on a small hook in this white bream spot and see if anything happens. Because we're having a serious lack of white bream right here. We really need to start leveling our bait, though. What about weeklies? I think all the white bream are at Old Berg, right? Maggots. Maybe we try bread and maggots for a second. Wait, we could also look at weekly, maybe a smaller server, Japan or Korea, that doesn't get played as much. Yeah, so winding on worm. That's what you would expect, is worm for these lower level places. White bream, Old Berg, all kinds of stuff, and then red worm. Okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. Sounds like a mean perch. Actually, that might be a bream. We're gonna wish we had a landing net here in just a second. We're going to try to get at least 2 or 3 videos in today. I mean sessions, not just videos, but sessions on this leveling account. So I'll try to spread out the release times of those during the day, but that is a perch, y'all. That is a perch. So let's figure out how we're going to do this. There we go. Nice. A big old perch. All right, so on this one, we do have 18. All right, on this one, let's put bread. And just see the next fish we catch. And on this one, let's put maggots. And same thing, let's see the next fish we catch. That's another sleeper. If it's the right size, we can finish that order. Maggots. And as long as they don't, like, completely kill the bite rate, let's see what we bring in on these 2 types of baits in this little white bream hole. Because we know that worm can catch the white bream, but we're also just seeing a lot of Chinese sleepers and a lot of perch. That will change though as it gets late, so we can switch back to worm if we need to. So we should be able to get some nice videos in today, although this one I'm going to have to wrap up in about 15 minutes. So we might not make it all the way through the night here. And the next one we do will be long enough from now that there'll be new cafe orders, which is nice for our silver intake. Okay, let's check the cafe, because weren't we working on the sleeper one? Yep. All right, go ahead and get that 8 silver. Still 1 short of that. Excuse me, holy cow. Oh, shoot. Alright, maggots had something on it, but it wasn't on there good enough, apparently. Bread does have something on there. Let's see what it is. Looks like a roach, which is fine. I think we're 1 roach away now from from a cafe order if that was the right size. Alright, maggots are going off for real now. There we go. Alright, this is bread. I like it. Another crucian. Let's switch to worms since it's nighttime. Just for a minute. We can always switch back to bread. Let's check the maggots line. Still nothing. Maggots are getting a lot of false reports here. So something's nibbling on those maggots, but not taking them. And I'm just finishing orders when we can. I'm not worried about, you know, ideal sizes and stuff. We just need one more stinking roach. Okay. Yeah, there's no way we're doing this white bream order today. But this time. But if we can get dialed in on the white bream better, we might eventually be able to do one like that. So we're back up to 51 silver, guys. This is just going great. Absolutely great. Other than the net and the shovel, I don't know. I haven't decided for sure like what we're saving for next. Because I feel like we have some really good, really nice system going now. Like we don't need to change a whole lot dramatically to do well here at Mosquito. So do we change for the next step up in a float rod next? Do we start, you know, saving for another step up in feeder rods? Can we level our... That's a nice gibble. Is that a gibble? It's gotta be, right? By the way, someone... Hold on. I've got a question. It's not going to work, but I'm just pretending it's going to work. It was time to buy a net anyway. Alright, now that we have a net, dang it. Not gonna work. That is sad. All right, we just broke that hook. All right. So, I guess the lesson there is be gentle on jerking fish up over the pier if you don't have a net yet. We just ripped the hook off there. Okay, so I don't think we're going to finish any more orders. We've done good, though. We've done really good for this session. I also don't know that bread or maggots are the way to go here. Now that it's fully night, I think we would do better to go back to worms. I wish the maggots would actually catch something because I really just don't know. We We've had a lot of nibbles, but nothing has come through for us. I feel bad for this like gibble over here. I just want to log out so it can go back home. Hey, maybe. Oof. Okay, what is this? What is this on maggots? A roach? Okay. A big fatty roach. I like it. Now, is there a size range for these? No, that works. Alright, so 11 more silver. What a way to end, huh? And then 6.9 silver. Mostly our silver came from cafe orders, but that was pretty cool. Okay. We got our second feeder system going. We are in a good place. This is sort of where you just want to focus on cafe orders and finding little good spots. We still need to check that spot back here on the back side again. We'll do that soon. But as always, thanks for watching. I will see you next time.